Hello everyone, I am back for another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video in which I react to the global Dokkan campaign August producer's letter. But before we get into all of the surprises, consider liking the video if you do end up enjoying, and consider subscribing and turning on the notification bell if you have not done so already. But with that being said, I have enjoyed the Global Dokkan campaign, Omatsu. Part 1 was absolutely incredible, and Part 2 was absolutely incredible as well. So, with that being said, we will be getting in formation. Since it's the 10th anniversary year this year, we are going to be getting information on the EX part. However, what is very weird about this, first of all, is that we are having a part 1, 2, and EX part. Wait, why is that weird? Oh, because we usually have a part 3 to these types of celebrations. So it is very interesting that we're going straight to the EX part. However, I definitely think since there is no unit associated with part 3 and it's just a crazy easy A part, and as I've said, it is a part to really capitalize on the difficult content and wrapping everything up from the part 1 and part 2. However, since we don't have any hanging content or content without a final stage, we can just move straight on to the EX part. So that is definitely going to be an exciting change. And I say this format could definitely work in the future. I would say, me personally, I definitely think this works over, say, the 10th anniversary format where it was 6 LRs and an EX part. I think this works quite a bit better. This feels like something more. It feels very, very like a natural step up. It feels like a natural step up instead of like, whoa, if that makes sense, especially because the quality of the 10th anniversary LRs was all over the place, in my opinion. But with that being said, we have a challenge event, Supreme Magnificent Battle, Next Generation Saiyans Edition, with a new Gohan on that front cover. We're going to be talking about that later, but we are getting a new stage of Perfect Cooperation Team Battle. This is the equipment event, so it shouldn't be too. Well, I should say, actually, the latest stage of this event was actually quite tough. So I think this could be, again, a stage that could be quite interesting to fight. And of course, we love the skill orbs. The limited attempts event, the Pan Secret Adventure, has been upgraded with more items like Dragon Ore, which of course has stamina reduced by half. That it would be easier for you to level up Link skills. Okay, that actually sounds pretty nice. We might have to tap in to the Pan Secret Adventure events for just once in a while, you know what I mean? Because of course, Green Dragon Ore is the thing to get Dragon Stones, so we love more Dragon Stones. I like the weekly mission style of content. It's very fun how they're actually. I personally have been slacking on doing burst mode, but when they put that into the weekly missions, I was like, okay, now we are going to do burst mode, and it was pretty easy this time around. So it was just, good stones for freaking sure. And also the monthly content they've been introducing as well. I really think a stage to that event every month, I think that's a neat idea. I think it's very reminiscent of Phantom Parade, where for the global edition, they have introduced limited time tower floors that's just more cubes, that is just more difficult content in that sense. So I think it's the same here. It's more Dragon Stones, it's more summon tickets. So I really think that type of campaign is cool. And of course, Dokkan Day, twice a month to link level characters, also very, very nice. In a typical year, we'd be holding a Dokkan festival featuring UR characters in early August. However, this year, as a part of the Global Dokkan Campaign 2025 EX part, they are dropping an LR. However, I definitely think this is a very interesting LR, very interesting choice of LR. I've definitely seen it. I've seen it. It was such a late night reveal. I was not inclined to make a video. However, however, I will say while the choice of this LR is very funky, very very funky, as you're about to see, I most definitely think the animations for this LR are fire. They're hot fire. Choice could not be more divisive. Even more divisive than a fusion active skill for part one. I think so. I definitely think so. This is very wacky. However, however, the animations do look fire on this one for sure. The animations do look super fire. Look at that card art. Absolutely amazing. We have gotten a Super Saiyan Gohan tagging out with Goten and the Trunks. So that is very neat how they're combining. They seem to be in here combining the duo and tag. This is something that I wanted them to do, is experiment with the tag mechanic. Notice how there is a duo side. Trunks and Goten. That is a normal duo combined with the tag mechanic. So I think that is really awesome. I really like that. That is really cool. That is actually really awesome that they're combining both mechanics of the tag and the duo card at the exact same time. I think that's pretty cool. I honestly think that's really sick. That is really quite special and nice. Oh my freaking days. But taking a look at the animation preview, they have quite nice animations, I will say. I'm not too personally inclined to go too deep for these characters, especially since what is replacing the Tanabata is coming up very quickly. And I mean very quickly. So that is definitely something to keep an eye out for. However, this is definitely very unexpected, very weird pick to choose for the EX part, in my personal opinion. This does definitely feel like a downtime character, something to pad the space in between the celebration and what is soon to be the new Tanabata time slot, also known as the third biggest celebration of the Dokkan Battle Year, just because the characters in that time slot typically competed with the worldwide characters in terms of power level, so that is definitely something to keep in mind for Bleaking Shore. So those LRs are definitely not to be trifled with, because that is going to be very, very, very soon here for sure. So, with that being said, I don't know how to feel about these LRs. Of course, the artwork for them looks very, very good. However, I don't think I like it the choice, if that makes sense. This, for another time slot, hot freaking fire, dude. Hot fire. No complaints. But as the EX part for the 10th anniversary for Global, it feels a little weird. I don't know. I don't know what to put for it. It feels weird. It definitely feels weird, for sure. I definitely say, like, characters like even Daima Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta for Dokkan, and even like the recent LF Kefla for Dragon Ball Legends made, I feel like they made a little bit more sense than something like this did. I don't know. That is my personal opinion. I don't think that this is a great choice for the after party for the global Dokkan campaign. However, you're about to see these characters are still extremely polished, as you're about to see. Extremely, extremely polished animations. So there's no complaints here about the animation side because they look amazing. They absolutely look fantastic in terms of animations. So that is definitely nice to see. They definitely are a 10th anniversary LR in terms of how good their animations are and how they are a wicked tag character. Yeah, the tag exchange is so goofy, chat. Oh my gosh, that is actually hilarious how they did that animation. So I think it looks awesome. I think just the tag mechanic part of this card and also how this card looks, I think that's awesome, but I just don't think this was the right time for the character. So let's take a look at Gohan's abilities. He is on, and yes, I'm going to fully break this down. He is super int. It's my least favorite typing in the hidden potential, if I'm being honest. So that's already like but it's just my personal opinion. I don't necessarily like int characters, especially because they already have like either they already have dodge or they want to get hit. So I don't think I think int's my least favorite typing. If I had to give my least favorite typing in Dokkan Battle, it's probably int, and it's going to be my favorite typings are obviously AGL and physical because that's the free 5 additional, and of course I mean in the middle is STR and tech. So that's definitely something to consider. So the categories is Hybrid Saiyans, Youth, Defenders of Justice, Siblings Bond, Bond of Parent and Child, Bond of Friendship, Majin Buu Saga, Goku's Family, Super Saiyans, Earthbred Fires, Demonic Power Fusion, Joined Forces, Kamehameha Special Pose, Gifted Warriors, Time Limit Infused Fighters. So you can definitely see the tag mechanic of having both categories of the Gohan and the Trunks Goten. However, the Trunks Goten have the duo mechanic, which you only have the categories that they freaking share. So it's like, things get a little messy when you start combining tag and the duo mechanics. So that's something. The duo mechanic of how they don't have the categories, that should be abolished, right? I definitely think so. Legends does it right. I think Dokkan should just refurbish the system, because there's no way. And of course, there's categories certain characters should be on. You can make a whole separate video about that. I ain't gonna do that because you can make a whole separate conversation. That's too long for this video. The amount of category shenanigans is too long. That's a whole separate conversation entirely. But this are the categories is definitely something worth talking about. The combination of the tag and duo mechanic, I think that's cool. Oh, Hybrid Saiyans is getting a new leader. Okay. Youth and Defenders of Justice. Key 3, HP 200, and attack defense 170 plus initial HP attack defense 50 for siblings bond, bond of parent and child, bond of friendship. Oh, 3 leader skills and 3 leader skills for the sub. That's pretty good. Hybrid Saiyans, Youth, and Defenders of Justice. Oh, okay. Okay, definitely feeling that leader skill. It definitely feels like roll for sure. It's super attacks, no forgiveness for evil, raises attack for 4 turns, causes colossal damage, and raises chance of performing a crit by 10% for 4 turns. Ultra Super Attack Masenko raises defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to enemy, and raises chance of performing a critical hit by 58% for 1 turn. Not too crazy super attack effects, in my opinion. Yeah, these are definitely not too crazy super attack effects for sure. So, the spirited and new generations of passive skill of peace protecting fighters awareness. Attack defense 200 launches an additional super, receives an additional key 3 per rainbow key spear obtained when receiving an attack defense 250. Very, very good for 1 turn from the character's entry turn. Damage reduction rate 40%. All allies attack defense 30%. And when there's another hybrid Saiyans or bond, a parent, and child category on the team, key 7 in attack, 250 when attacking. All allies attack defense, 30% chance of performing a crit, 15% self-excluded. So definitely would want to have a hybrid Saiyans or bond, a parent, and child category ally on the team. Have to make sure that is definitely done. One or more rainbow key spears obtained, defense 200s, damage reduction 38%. So definitely something you want to see with the Rainbow Key Spears. He gets quite a bit of defense with one Rainbow Key Spear. Same thing with Omega Shenron, where he gets quite a bit of stats for one Rainbow Key Spear. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Not a big restriction, but you have to see he gets defense 200, attack 200 when attacking, damage reduction, and launch additional super with one or more Rainbow Key Spears. And when 12 or more in Key Spears obtained, or 5 Rainbow Key Spears obtained, one time only, permanently, defense 258 and damage reduction 20% up. So he, of course, has a total of 58% damage reduction, of course, because the 5-8 number for Gohan. All allies attack defense 58% for 2 turns, so he gives massive support when you hit that, so absolutely amazing. When another 2 or more Hybrid Saiyan allies on the team, starting from the 3rd turn, or starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle, meets up with... hold on. When another 2 or more Hybrid Saiyans on the team starting from the 3rd turn from the character's entry turn, or just 5th turn from the start of battle. So, of course, the latest you can get this off is 5th turn, and the earliest is if you see them turn 1, and then you have this condition, and then you swap in on turn 3. Okay, very, very interesting. Very interesting condition for sure. But it's not a bad condition to have on reversible exchange, for sure. For freaking sure. So, that is definitely something to keep in mind. Overall, the Gohan side looks interesting. The Gohan side looks like he's going to be he's going to be a solid unit for sure. Don't get me wrong. Are these characters worth summoning for? Probably. These characters are probably worth summoning for. I'm probably just so scrambling for Dragon Stones that I'm not going to choose to summon anyway. I don't think I will, at least. I might dabble in a little bit, but I feel like I'm not going to go too crazy for these LRs just because of the fact that, A, there's going to be Tanabata coming up for both versions at the same time very soon, so I definitely think it's worth it to just save for that instead. But, of course, the battle motions for these characters are absolutely wicked. Look at that, for sure. Amazing animations, and somehow the Trunks and Goten animations are actually super spicy, and this 18 key, yo, I, you're really referencing the Majin Buu saga, Goku and Vegeta Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 2 with this one, like, oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, their animation, as much as I think this is a wacky choice, their animations, their animations are 10th anniversary level, but the character choice isn't, if that makes sense. And of course, GT and Majin Buu Saga is definitely here because we are going to see the Easy A's for the 8th anniversary Part 1 LRs, that being Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Goku, as well as the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta in like 6 months. We should see those Easy A's, so they're setting them up quite nicely here, and definitely going to be quite nice to see these characters return in this time slot for sure in the anniversary because of the boosted support you're going to get on those characters. So, yeah, that 18 key looks awesome. Oh my gosh. Victory Strike causes raises attack and defense for 4 turns and causes colossal damage to the enemy. Ultra Super Attack Full Power Energy Rush raises attack for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. When Super Class allies attack by 50% for 1 turn, and great chance of raising their allies' defense by 50% for 1 turn as well. Great support, so we love to see that. Can perform reversible exchange, key 5, and defense 100. Medium chance of performing a critical hit. Okay, that's not too high. Great chance of launching initial super attack. Receive the initial key plus 2 per type key speed obtained. When the key speed obtained Chance of evading enemy's attack 77% to one time. Two or more key spears obtained. Attack 100 when attacking. Defense 100 when receiving an attack. Four or more type key spears obtained. Launches an additional super guard. Put youth category ally on the team. Attack 200%. Chance to dodge plus 10%. Ooh. Yeah, that's ooh. These characters feel really restricted, huh? I'm not a big fan of this. Wow. Ooh, okay. But I would say it's defense 100 up to 500. Yeah. Okay, that's where we get into some interesting territory. Okay. Oh, yikes. Okay, that's not. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. When units are designed to be run around one team, that's where you run into some issues. I love the Dragon Ball Heroes team to death, but everyone can admit, even the Heroes lovers, that it suffers from a problem that it's ride or die with its team. And since its team is full of T1s, it's low HP, so it ends up being the die part more often than the ride part. But hey, no shade onto that part for sure. When receiving a super attack, chance to dodge 15% temporarily, all allies key 3 and attack defense 30% within the turn. Youth category allies chance of evading enemies attack plus 5% for 2 turns, self excluded. So, very wonky. But, of course, they have a fusion active skill with the Gotenks. Very good looking, just straight up Super Saiyan Gotenks, though. Especially since we had the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks LR recently. Absolutely a treat to just see regular Super Saiyan Gotenks for sure. So, with that being said, there is the Kamehameha animation, of course. Had to get one of those in when it's them three doing it, but it's a family Kamehameha, but instead of being Goku, that's a good KO screen. You love to see that. That's a wicked KO screen. Instead of being Goku, Gohan, and Goten, we have Gohan, Trunks, and Goten. With Gohan really taking the lead here, definitely a cute actor skill. We created the iconic triple Kamehameha launch by the fighters of the new generation. So it's really emphasizing the new gen. As for Trunks and Goten, we recreated the scene where they fuse into Goten. I think that looks pretty good. I think they both look pretty good. Especially the KO screen for this one looks amazing, I'd say. But let's see the effects of the active skill as from doing the one before and afterwards will change. Okie dokie. But with that being said, I definitely think Massive Laser's attack temporarily causes ultimate damage, and within the turn activate, all attacks become crits, changes all key speeds to int and rainbow, okay? Active skill conditions can be activated when there's another two or more hybrid Saiyan allies on the team starting from the third turn from the character's entry turn, or starting from the fifth turn from the start of battle. So it can be activated when you can reversible exchange. That is when you can activate this active skill. Okay. I definitely think these units are a little bit restricted, though. I feel like fusion, massively raise the attack and cause ultimate damage. Enemy youth, attack, defense, 20% in battle can be activated upon entering attacking turn once only be before an active reversible exchange. So this is all the content here. Besides one more thing. But this is weird. I don't think I necessarily am a too big of a fan of their kits. Their kit feels whack. I don't know. The kit feels very whack. It's definitely going to be good, but I don't know how good. It doesn't feel like they're not popping out of the page for me. I just don't think so. They're definitely very weird, but I am going to go over the Trunks and Goten as well as the new Spopovich and his animations because, again, Dokkan Battle don't do these things that they should do. Like, even I'm just saying that as a random example for a game that does this. Dragon Ball Legends shows off, even they don't show off the kits for their side characters, okay? That's fine. But they at least show you the side characters. We don't figure that out as a little surprise at the end. No, they show off the animations of the side characters. Heck, they literally take the side sparking and reveal their animations as a prelude to the main Legends Limited, or during this special 7th anniversary, a prelude to the freaking Ultra. That's insane. That's a whole nother conversation. Again, conversation for another day. How that's so good. But I think they should show off the side characters in these reveals. I think we should just strive to improve, and that's an improvement I definitely say they could make for freaking sure. Like, we only see the side characters on these types of reveal videos in the banner arts if they show them off, which honestly, I definitely think we should have more producers letters like this for sure. I definitely don't like it when they just say, "Here's the characters, look at them." I definitely like the appointment style of Legends a lot more than this. Like a lot more, like a lot more. I think random reveals just don't work in my opinion. I think having the consistency really helps. Like you can even I plan my school schedule around the consistency of Legends. It's that consistent. It is that consistent where you can just do that and you can just have a guarantee and know most of the time it's going to be right here where they do the reveals and stuff. But that is definitely going to be laid down. Yeah, no, it's already out. Yeah, no, their details are already out. This year is the first time holding this kind of campaign. I don't think y'all should be deterred on having the global Dokkan campaign like this. I think a part one, a part two, and an EX part, well, the unit's a little shaky, but the format of this part is very good. We're not complaining about the format. I will not complain about the format. Part one, part two, and after party style part three or an EX part, I think that format works better than part two, part one, and then the part three just being it's very hype easy A's. Don't get me wrong. It definitely works if you have hype easy A's for the part three. But and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know. I don't know. For a major celebration, sometimes it worked, but they made part one and two like work just having parts one and two. I don't know. I feel like I like this a little bit more, but there is merit to having saved up easy A's for part three. But I feel like that leaves part three a little barren. Like there's content, there's easy A's hitting, but no new characters. Just I don't know. I feel like just having it as being an EX part instead, like this kind of build. I think this build would work better. For sure, very, 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 very satisfied with how the Global Local campaign turned out in its entirety. For sure, this about month-long celebration. It felt like um, I'm satisfied with how the mainline stuff turned out. Part one was awesome. Part two was absolutely fantastic. However, I I just don't know about this. I just don't know if I like it. I don't know. I don't think I'm necessarily a huge fan of the unit choice. Their kit is a little whack, but they're obviously good. Animations are hot fire. Don't get me wrong. Animations are hot fire, dude. Animations are hot fire. I just don't know. I just don't think I necessarily think this is. This definitely feels like a cool down period in between Global Dokkan campaign and the new Tanabata celebration, since that's going to be coming up quite soon after this. Quite soon. We have to prepare for that. And then, yeah, it's probably going to be it until the next year where we get the anniversary celebration. So, like, mainline, you want something for this for freaking sure. So, we're going to all now have to deal with the pain of dealing with it, because even though we love the ninth anniversary, and the ninth anniversary was awesome, but I don't think we realized the amount of pain that it caused for it to be like, okay, ninth anniversary, then the Tanabata content in between, and then we're going to have the worldwide. Yeah, that's not fun. I would rather have this, where they're supposed to be 6 months apart. Thank you very much. This is amazing. I love the fact that the Sync done this. I will not stop saying how bad, bad, bad it was for Anniversary and Worldwide to be back to back. It was horrible. It was toxic, quite frankly. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and break down Spopovich and the new Super Easy A, Goten, and Trunks and wrap things up here. But of course, new challenge events should be exciting to see. I don't know how long it's going to be, but that's going to be interesting to see how they length out a whole Supreme Magnificent battle for sure. But we also have Perfect Cooperation Team Battle. Alright, cool. We facing Trunks Kid and Goten Kid as your enemy. Oh, okay. We facing the such as like in stage 1 or 2, the duo can switch countless times, similar to the concept of performing a reversible exchange. So, I'm emphasizing reversible exchange as a new mechanic a lot, which I don't know. This kind of, I think this unit emphasizes the problem with duo characters a lot. I think even with reversible exchange, it doesn't fix the issue that they messed up duo cards. I think it's super bad that they don't have all their categories. Super horrible. This sucks. I hate it. It's so bad. Why can't they do it like Dragon Ball Legends, which doesn't even have to worry about categories that hard? I'm not even gonna lie, I don't know why. This is super dumb. But with that being said, Dokkan is Dokkan sometimes, and Dokkan is Dokkan sometimes, and is very, very hot fire, and very, very questionable sometimes. I'm not even gonna cap. But with that being said, I am going to go ahead and break down the new LR and say that this guy is okay. I'm not personally too crazy. Like, wow, I should go ahead and summon for them. No, I am not too hyper focused on summoning for these characters, especially because they look just alright. Especially since Goten and Trunks are super conditional. So I definitely think that's going to be something where you have to look at that for sure and say you probably would want to skip this anyway, just because this character isn't too intense, especially after Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta with a freaking Dragon Fist. Yeah, this feels like I'm having some intense whiplash right now, but I'm going to get to the Spopovich animations. Let's just get right into it. Here we go. Here are Spopovich's animations right here, right now. Just had to make sure I saw them, and they look alright. They definitely look alright for sure. Definitely short and sweet because he's a side character, but they look alright. They look alright for freaking sure, chat. Okay, they look okay. They definitely look okay. But with that being said, let's get straight into the kits of this character as well. Oh, right, everyone. Spopovich is extreme physical and has the basic effects of Key 2 attack defense 200 when there's another extreme class ally attacking the same turn. Key 2 defense 50, damage reduction rate 40% when attacking attack defense 200. For every attack performed, attack 100 within the turn. Before receiving 8 attacks in battle, defense 200, damage reduction rate plus 40%. So when there's another extreme class ally attacking the same turn, he has quite a bit of defense. He has 80% DR. I mean, you're gonna be fine for those first 8 attacks. You are going to be absolutely okay. But after receiving 80 more attacks in battle, he gets attack defense 200, transforming a critical hit plus 40%, so he switches to being more offensive and foresees enemy super attack. So, even though he has a less damage reduction, he still has a scouter, so you can go ahead and survive most normals anyway, and then just move him out of harm's way so you can really not be taken out by super attacks. So, hi, definitely something interesting. And when there's a tournament participants enemy, defense 50%, transforming a critical hit 20%, launch an additional super attack. Again, just conditions on conditions. When there's an Earthlings category enemy, defense 50%, transforming a critical hit plus 20%, launch an additional super attack. And when there's a Puppy Girls category enemy, defense 50%, transforming a critical hit plus 20%, launch an additional super attack. So, all these conditions, like, you could have said Videl without saying Videl. That's what Dokkan said. They just went the roundabout way of saying Videl, right? They did. It's better than a Videl condition. Because you can proc the Earthlings or Tournament Participants part of the passive skill. For sure! Freaking sure! Yeah. Very, very niche. So, not really gonna see the last part, but for the part at the top, I think it's alright. I think it's pretty decent. It looks alright. It looks okay. For sure. Definitely something interesting here. But he has link skills, Brutal Beatdown, Evil Autocrats, Demonic Power, Berserker, Tough as Nails, and Fighter, and Fierce Battle, with his unusual brutality being very, very on display, for sure. With his categories being Corroded Body and Mind, Majin Buu Saga, World Tournament, Terrifying Conquerors, Earthlings, Earthbred Fighters, Tournament Participants, and Mission Execution. Another buff to the Tau team. Love to see it. Anyways. But with that being said, it's like, okay. They definitely feel like a Dokkan Fest LR, especially since they have a banner unit for them. Okay, we are having a serious all-out EX part, so I think the way they adjust their formats is sometimes pretty wacko. I think the 10th anniversary was not how you would adjust a format, because I felt like that felt like too much. It's like, whoa. It would be fine if the Tournament of Power characters weren't so if they weren't so okay. Yeah. I was defending that Vegeta, but now I say he's okay. The Frieza's decent. The Gohan as well is just decent. Like I don't have anything special to say about him. He's just aight. And then, of course, Super Saiyan 3 Goku cracked. The gods of the game. Vegito and Gogeta gods. Like, okay, yeah. So the quality is just very up. It's just very all over the place for that celebration. But this celebration, besides this part, because honestly, Goten, Gohan, and Trunks, they're very conditional. I can't say they're solid consistent yet. I don't know. They look pretty wacko to me. They look pretty all over the place to me. I don't know. But I can say with confidence that Omega Shenron, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, and our boy Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, as well as Lee Pan, because honestly, the Champa's good, don't get me wrong. Should not have been here. Good, but should not have been here. Literally does not fall on the leading skills. Legends can get away with that. Dokkan can't get away with that because you're a leader skill based game, buddy. You should have side characters should support the main character. That is how it should be. What are we doing here? They should support at least one of the characters' teams. This is whack. But I think they were on their squadron. What did they lead? They definitely led hybrid. Oh, is he on the leader skill? Hold on, let me just check that. Alright, everyone, I checked. Spokovich is not on their leader skill. So, why is he here? I have no idea. This is so whack. What is going on? With these units not being on their main Dokkan Fest leader skills. If you release a Dokkan Fest character with a side character, their side character, I don't even care if they're on the Carnival all the way over there, that leader skill. I don't care if they're supporting the Carnival all the way over there. I don't really care. They should be on one of the leader skills though, because if not, then why are they here? Again, you have to ask. Units serve a purpose in this game. They serve a meta purpose. So, if they have no purpose, then it's another point tick from them. Because if they are a what is going on release, why? Why? That is my question. Why? Why are we doing this? What is going on with this game? But sometimes it just be doing things. Because why is Sopovich even here? He's not on their leader skill. He is not on their leader skill. So it's like, why? What are we doing here? He's definitely going to be good on Tao, though, for sure. He is going to be awesome on Tao's team, for sure. Don't get me wrong. Tao is a beast. He's going to be a beast on Tao. Don't get me twisted. Do not get me twisted. He's going to be a beast on his teams. He He's just not on the new Dokkan Fest LR's team. I think that's whack. But, anyways, with that being said, let's get into the Sobers, yay! Key 5 to 10 randomly, attack defense 250, high chance to dodge when attacking with 12 and more key, attack defense 200, high chance to attack 100, when attacking with 18 and more key, attack 100, high chance to crit for every super attack performed, attack defense 77% up to 200. When there are 3 or more youth allies on the team, oh boy, we got conditions. Change key spirits STR to AGL, all allies chance performing a critical hit plus 10. When 3 or more hybrids are on the team, change key spirits tech to Rainbow, all allies chance performing a critical hit plus 10%. So he's definitely supporting the new Gohan Goten and Trunks LR. Definitely nice to see that there's support here for sure. We love to see it. We love to see it. When all allies on the same turn are superclass characters, attack defense 150, chance to dodge 27%. So he's going to have a what? High chance to dodge 77% chance to dodge? I think that says 77, right? Because 5, 6, 7, and then the other 7, 70. Yeah, 77% chance to dodge. That and dodge? That's not too bad. If he doesn't dodge, will he die by the biggest boss supers? Yeah, he will. He will. He absolutely will. There's no way. Yeah, the biggest boss supers are so bad that's like, yeah, they're dying. They're dying. They are dying. They are dying if they get touched. Sometimes. They can get touched, but dodge is pretty good on this. So we love to see it. When there's extreme class ally in the same turn, attack 200 and defense 100. Chance of performing a critical hit plus 27%. Decent kit. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. The support is just an extra. Is just an extra thing. The conditions look like just an extra thing. So they look pretty decent. I'm not even gonna lie. They look pretty decent for a kit. I'm not even gonna lie. We like the Super Easy A. This is a pretty good Super Easy A. I like it. I like it. It's a thumbs up. But the main headlining unit of Gohan, Trunks, and Goten, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't necessarily know how I want to feel about this one. I don't know. Like, I, I want to like it. I do. I really do want to like this release. It's just, ooh, how do I word this? It's just okay. I think just okay is the word I put there. The animations are good, but the kid's whack. I don't know. And of course, don't even get me started on the fact that the one side is duo, so they miss out on categories. Oh. Like, that's why standalone Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is like, yes, we get standalone Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And he only has like 12 categories. Why? Because they just want to make him miss stuff like Fuse Fight. No. Pure Saiyans! There we go, I saved it. Pure Saiyans! No, not on Pure Saiyans. Even though Gotenks is on Hybrid Saiyans. Why? I don't know. But okay, now if you hopefully you enjoy it, I would recommend skipping. Honestly, I just don't like this out. I just don't. Uh, uh, I don't know. Hopefully I enjoyed regardless, because this is a very, very surprising reveal. It did make me quite mad, where it was like, oh, why they just have like random reveals? Like, whoa. Like, I don't feel like I can prepare for this kind of stuff. I don't like that. I really like the consistency of Legends more. I think that's just so good. Like that might be considered blasphemy, but it's like, yo, y'all don't have consistent reveals like they do. No. You do not. You don't. We have a certain day and even a certain time where we get most of our reveal videos, and they're all packaged in one nice neat video instead of Twitter images. I don't know. I think that's good. But I don't think I necessarily want to say I want to like this release. I do. The animations, the artwork is there, but I just don't think the kit is quite. It's too restricted. I think that's what's bothering me the most. Is it feels so restricted. That feels pretty bad. I don't know. I just don't think this is very worth it for me to summon on, but I still think this is a good character. This is a good character. I just think it's Kid. Their Kid is wacko. I just don't necessarily. And of course, another case of the worldwide LRs feeling samey. Not only do we have this, we literally had this last year. I mean, about the same thing, right? I mean, we literally had the Gohan, Goten, and Goku Family Kamehameha LR literally last year. So it's like, it feels samey. It feels a little samey, no? I don't know. It feels a little samey. Have having Blue Suit Gohan again. Like it feels samey, right? I'm not the only one that thinks this feels a little samey, no? Like this feels a little samey. This feels very, very, very samey to me. But with that being said, there's a lot to like about this LR. There's a lot to not like about this LR, though. There is a lot to not like about this LR. If we're being real, there's a lot to like, and there's a lot to not like as well. I think this is a very I want to say this LR is questionable. This LR is very questionable. Very, very questionable LR. It's like, oh, he's actually saying something besides this is good or this is great? Yes, I am. This is a very questionable LR. Very questionable LR. But if you're summoning, I wish you good luck, but I don't know why you would summon on this LR. I really don't. I really don't. I don't recommend it. But if you summon, good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. But with that being said, hopefully you enjoyed this video. And until next time, when we start the EX part, yeah, it's gonna be a little ridiculous, but animations, I just don't know. I've said all my thoughts. I'm not gonna just yap. Animations are good. Kid is whack. Choice is super whack. Like, okay, I'm not gonna beat a dead horse, but really, no. If Daima isn't Tanabata, then you can sound the alarm. I just, ugh. Daima needs to come soon, alright? Okay. Dragon Ball Legends did Final Daima, Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta months ago. Ugh. I don't think there's any excuses more. Dokkan needs to do Daima. They need to do Daima and more Daima. For sure. I don't think there's any excuses anymore. I'm not gonna lie. This over Daima feels kinda whack. It really does feel wacky pack, for sure. Well, with that being said, hopefully you enjoyed. Until next time. Bye. This is so whack. This release is so whack. What?